spoke in a low, smoky voice, as if it was designed to send men's imaginations running to the bedroom. If Ivy's assistant took her sultry tone to a bar, she could have her pick of eligible dates. But that would involve leaving the lab before 10 o'clock on a Friday night. And thanks to the budget cuts, Ivy didn't have enough staff on hand to be able to send her assistant off for a hot date. Heck, now she didn't even have any staff aside from Penelope, due to a reallocation of funds that had doubled Peter's budget and eviscerated hers. But that was about to change. We did it. Ivy crossed the room and reached for her friend's hands. Forget the music. They could dance for joy just fine without it. The test worked. We're one step closer to creating a quick and easy diagnostic test for amyloidosis. What? Penelope's grip tightened on hers. It worked? You did it? We did it. Ivy spun her assistant in a circle. Who needed dancing at a nightclub when you had success? And the high that comes with knowing you're right. They'd found a way to detect a rare disease early. They were all the closer to finding a cure and saving lives. We're almost there. There will be more tests, of course, and clinical trials once we develop a formula for a cure. Penelope drew to a halt. We don't have the budget, she said flatly. I've reviewed the numbers and... Burke will give us more, Ivy insisted. I'll start on the paperwork tonight. We could also approach the Amyloidosis Foundation. Maybe apply for another NIH grant. But the Burke Initiative has made a fortune this past year off their new vaccines, and they've supported us this far. The corner of Penelope's full lips shifted into a grin. You could do more than fill out forms. You could meet with the billionaire captain of the Burke Initiative. Ivy cocked her head. What? Leave behind your mirror ball, Penelope said, her voice rising as if she were standing center stage in a 3-ring circus, introducing the main act, the lion. And join the man who took the money he made off military contracts and started a for-profit initiative to fund medical research, the one and only Carter Burke. I heard he's in town for an unrelated charity gala. If you rush to his office now, it's close to 6, but he's probably still there. You can't become a billionaire without a little overtime, right? Are you insane? Ivy challenged. I'm not the crazy one in the room. Penelope dropped the act, and her arms drifted to her sides. Peter's this close to curing cancer. He's getting a brand new state-of-the-art lab at Johns Hopkins, courtesy of billionaire Burke. He's on the cusp of saving millions and millions of lives. I believe in what we're doing here. But at the end of the day, amyloidosis is rare. But if we'd had a cure 10 years ago, I could have saved my father, Ivy thought. Just one man, one life. But saving him would have meant the world to her. And one day her work in this lab might be the difference between life and death for someone else. A man who moves from an illustrious military career to being a billionaire businessman to freaking curing the world's most pervasive diseases must have an ego, Penelope continued. He'll want to take credit for Peter's work because it's so important. He might not even give you the time of day. But maybe if you talk to him just right, charm him, he'll keep funding us, too. Charm Carter Burke? Disbelief clung to her words. Who knows? Maybe he'll invite you to the party. Ivy pictured the hotel ballroom filled with New York City's elite, dressed in designer gowns and tuxedos. Mentally scanning the imaginary gala, she looked for the one woman who didn't belong, the woman who didn't even own a little black dress. I'm not in the picture. I'm sure Carter Burke already has a date.